Donald Trump's political empire is collapsing in real time. What began as another government shutdown has spiraled into a full-blown meltdown that even his closest allies can't contain. Poll numbers have hit historic lows. Millions of federal workers are paralyzed by the shutdown, unsure when they'll be paid. Healthcare programs hang in limbo, and small businesses are suffocating. Inside Washington, Trump and House Speaker Mike Johnson are locked in a standoff, not because they lack solutions, but because they lack control. Sources close to the White House describe a president lost in the chaos. His team fractured, communication channels broken, his inner circle gripped by fear. Ending the shutdown could expose deeper scandals, including the long-dormant Epstein case, a connection Trump desperately wants to bury. The crisis deepened when Miles Bruner, a veteran Republican strategist, resigned in a fiery essay that tore through Washington like a political bomb. Bruner accused the GOP of transforming into a cult of personality since Trump's golden escalator descent in 2015. He admitted he'd spent years crafting propaganda, fundraising on conspiracy theories, stoking hatred and undermining democracy, but said he could no longer be part of the machine dismantling the country it claimed to defend. That single resignation hit Trump like a freight train. It wasn't just a staff departure. It was an insider defection from the propaganda engine itself. Suddenly, Trump's image as an untouchable strongman began to crack. Advisors scrambled to contain the damage, bickering over who to blame. Fox News tried to downplay the story, but the betrayal was undeniable, and it came from within. Meanwhile, the Epstein scandal has resurfaced with brutal force. Newly unsealed congressional files include transcripts from former U.S. Attorney Alexacosta, the man behind Epstein's secret plea deal. Acosta insisted Trump had nothing to do with it. Yet Democrats say crucial communications are missing. Trump's name appears repeatedly in social logs, guest lists, and contact records. These revelations reignite one of the darkest stains on his public image, his long association with a man accused of trafficking minors for the elite. Trump's response has been a storm of rage and denial. He's lashed out at the media, branded the reports as hoaxes, and even attacked his own supporters for disloyalty. Those close to him describe the behavior of a man cornered by his own lies. At the same time, his shutdown gamble has failed spectacularly. What was meant to stall investigations and protect allies has instead crippled essential government programs. Federal employees remain unpaid, public anger is boiling, and Trump's approval rating has sunk lower than any modern president at this point in office. Inside, his party cracks are widening. Even loyal Republicans are showing fatigue. Senator Rand Paul, publicly mocked by Trump as a nasty little guy, still went on television to praise him, an act that quickly went viral as a symbol of the GOP's humiliation ritual. What was once seen as loyalty now looks like submission. Behind the scenes, aides describe shouting matches, resignations, even physical confrontations among staff. Campaign officials say Trump ignores briefings, spending hours scrolling social media and raging over coverage. The word resignation, trending online, has reportedly infuriated him. It represents the image he fears most, losing control. But this collapse didn't happen overnight. It's the consequence of years spent dismantling truth, empowering extremists, and weaponizing distrust. Trump built a movement on grievance and illusion, turning governance into performance. Now, the show is ending. The shutdown, the Epsteinfiles, the defections, they're all fuel-feeding a fire that's been burning for years. Trump's empire isn't falling because of his enemies. It's suffocating under its own lies. Surrounded by fearful lawyers and restless supporters, he's watching the illusion crumble. What began as a movement has become a spectacle of denial. Across the nation, No King's protests are spreading. Millions are flooding the streets, calling it what it is, a fight for democracy itself. Their signs don't bear party slogans, but words like truth, justice, and accountability. For many, the breaking point has come. They're tired of watching corruption masquerade as leadership. Trump's downfall is no longer just political, it's symbolic. It shows what happens when power is built on fear instead of integrity, when loyalty replaces truth, and when performance replaces governance. His so-called resignation moment isn't a clean exit. It's the collapse of a system that fed on chaos until it consumed itself.